The worst thing in Fuuto PI episode 2 is this weird grouping of I don't know if they're supposed to be Yakuza or not. They kind of look like they're supposed to be Yakuza to me, but these guys from was at the Tachikawa building, so it's Mr. Tachikawa is the boss there, and it turns out that spoilers, the dopant is with him. It's on his crew. But anyway, it was weird. They show him in the office a little bit. We got to see him a little bit in the last episode, and he had security guards or toughs or whatever with him, right? Which is fine, whatever. That's cool. I mean, I dig it. That makes sense if he's supposed to be this kind of mob guy, that he would have these people with him. But we saw a few of them, 3, maybe 5 at the most. At the absolute most, there were 5. This episode, we got to see more of them. Him and 2, I think again, 3 guys in his office. And then when he shows up and he confronts Shotaro, and well, he thinks he's confronting the dopant, and he's not really, in the person of was it Tomike? I gotta figure out her name, and fast, because it looks like she's becoming part of the regular crew. Anyway, when he goes to confront her, in the first shot, he shows up, there's 2 guys, one on either side of him, and then in the next shot, there's like, I think 11 or 12 guys I counted, and that just doesn't make sense that this one guy would have 11 or 12 goons, like more than 10, and one of his men had already been killed. So I mean, maybe he's got extra security because of this, dopant threat or whatever, but to send him and then have like 10 or 11 armed guards to attack these people, that doesn't make any sense. Like, are you really, like, in Japan, handguns are illegal, right? Except for the police. So like, this guy's really somehow smuggled in the black market, almost a dozen handguns, and he's armed guys with them and had them train with them, and this whole rigmarole to show them up here. It doesn't make sense. It honestly, this might sound ridiculous, but it took me out of it, and it made me take a step back and think, is this realistic that this would be happening? Now, of course, I'm asking, is this realistic in a Kamen Rider Double sequel anime, based off of manga that has a guy turning into the road dopant, which is ridiculous. You also got Tokime's, level of perkiness, which is also ridiculous. And that can go either way. I'm not saying anything inappropriate there for sure. Anyway, and just there's a lot of stuff about the show that should be ridiculous and should take me out of it, but partly because I watched Double already, and partly because it's anime, I can suspend my disbelief, but just some things don't quite make sense. Like Kaiba and Pegasus had 2 or 3, no, it was Pegasus, not Kaiba, had 2 or 3 armed goons at a time working for him, and this guy's got, almost a dozen, and they're all armed. That's crazy. It doesn't make any sense, and I gotta say, that was the worst thing. And honestly, it was a good episode. You can find it over at mgminutes.com. Look under Hard Boiled. You'll find it there. I'm sorry, Half Boiled. You'll find it under Half Boiled, and the episode full analysis will be there pretty soon after this goes up. So anyway, check that out.